This is David Hoops with Home Instead, and he was just talking to us about healthy aging. So you were saying that most people, as they get older, they want to age in their home. They want to stay in their home.
That's correct. Because when people get older, sometimes they start having cognitive issues, Alzheimer's and things like that. And what literally happens when somebody starts to have cognitive issues, it's like their world gets smaller. Okay, so what do they know the most? They know their home. You take them outside, they start to get confused. In Florida, we see the sign Silver Alert. That's where a senior maybe has gotten in their car, they've driven somewhere, and then they can't remember how to get home because they get confused. I like to use the example of if you've ever flown to a city you've never been to. You get off the plane, you get out of the airport, you have no idea where anything is. You don't know where to go. You're trying to maybe hail a taxi, but you're trusting them that they're going to take you to the right hotel, things like that. Think of living in your home and then somebody takes you to the mall and having that same feeling. A mall that you've probably been to hundreds of times. That's what happens to some people when they get older. So people want to continue living at home.
Is that why so many people with dementia or cognitive decline start to get really, really cranky and lashing out at their loved ones?
I think that's part of it because there's frustration and anxiety around that. What also happens is we all have filters that we've developed over time. It's how we interact with each other. If Dr. Clark says something to me that I don't agree with, I'm not going to lash out at her and say, well, that's a stupid thing to say. I'm going to say, well, I feel differently. And in a way, that's a filter that we've developed over time, and that's how we deal with each other. As people get older and they have cognitive issues, those filters start to go away. And that's why you see people behaving in ways that are like, well, that's not appropriate. Well, it's because their filters are starting to go away. Okay? Mm-hmm. So what Home Instead Senior Care does is, again, most people want to live at home as long as they can as they age. We help them do that. So they might not be able to take care of their house. They might not be able to do some housekeeping, some meal preparation. They can't drive themselves anymore. We go in and we do all those things. Some people, as they continue to age, maybe they have a problem walking around. They need help. They might have a walker, but even that might not be adequate for them. So they need somebody there to steady them. They lose dexterity sometimes in their hands. So what happens is they have problems getting dressed. Even just buttoning their shirt, they can't do it anymore. We help people get dressed. Some people can't get in and out of a shower or even a bath to clean themselves. We help them do those things. Even, just normal hygiene that we take for granted. They can't do those things themselves. So we have caregivers, that we call them, home health aides, that go into people's homes and they help them with all of those things. And it can be as little as sometimes a few hours a week is all they need, to we have clients we take care of 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Oh, wow.
Okay? And so what we do, it's private duty, it's non-medical, we're not nurses, we're not going in, we're not taking care of wounds that they have or things like that, we're not doing therapy like physical therapy, anything like that. We're doing those other activities, so it's non